Okay, coaches, our clear, we know what we want to do here. We're operating our clear in the with the idea that these guys here, the quicks, are guys that can handle the ball very well. And whoever they are going into the tournament, we have to determine that. Let me see if I can get this camera to work a little bit, try and get more picture in there. And we know he's the safety pole, and we put a pole over here. We've got the weasel over here. He could be an LSM in the tournament. We don't know. Then we've got the box pole that's hanging over here in this box area. And then we've got our attack line. I didn't put a third attackman out here, but, oh, yes, I did. I just put him on the wrong side. At any rate, we know we have the gopher, right? The gopher is here and here. That's something we've talked about. And the weasel has to keep us on sides by coming across as we exchange and we try and hit this gopher. That's great. We also know that when we pull the pole off, he comes off. We flash a guy on, try and hit him, and he's off to the races, and then the weasel has to come off so the pole can come back on. We know about that. Something that I want to add to this is that if we pull the pole off, let's just imagine the pole is off, and we pull the flash on, I want to have a Boston call. I know we can't hit this pass. We already discussed that we can't hit this pass. It's very difficult for us. But we have a Boston call. We just call it Boston. But we tell this guy, if we tell him it's at Boston 1, that means he's going. And this attackman is going to rub off of his hip, creating a natural screen pick, if you will, and he'll become the gopher. He'll be very hard to pick up. He'll be an easy free pass out here. And we've got an offensive midi over here, and there'll be another attackman down below here. So what has to happen for this to be executed properly is if we call Boston, and the Boston always looks like this attackman has to realize that, or excuse me, we call Boston and it looks like that. Let me rephrase that. The Boston can be this, or the Boston can be that. We're telling this guy on the sidelines, flash. But we're calling Boston on the sidelines. We're telling this guy on the sidelines, go Boston. And we're still calling Boston. This attackman now, who's Isaac Garzon for 12U and Jackson Bittner for 14U, these are savvy guys. They'll read that. If they see him coming down, then they know to rub off. And they know to go up here to get that easy clear. So that's one thing that I want to add a wrinkle to our clear. We're calling Boston either way. We're going to tell the Boston guy whether we want him to flash or whether we want him to go Boston, which is the long run. And only he's going to hear that. The defensive ride team, they're going to hear Boston every time, and they're going to be like, yeah, Boston, he goes this way, Boston, he goes that way. We don't know which way he's going to go. And then this attackman has to be smart enough to know that if it's this Boston, he goes, and if it's that Boston, well, that's a flash that we tell him, he stays. And then, of course, we have the gopher call, which we'll still have. Okay, that's it. That's the addition to the clear that we're going to add and work on starting November 1st.